Welcome back! Yes, that's right, Bootlegweenie is back! I bet you all thought you'd never see the day I'd return, you stupid miserable... Wait, this is my first episode. Why would I be telling them welcome back if this is only my first episode? I can't believe it. It's already the start of my first show and I'm already annoyed. What do you mean the start of my only show? If I keep this up. Anyway, allow me to introduce myself. I am Bootlegweenie. As you can probably tell from my setup, I am an obvious knockoff of a much more successful internet show. I am a not obvious ripoff of a more successful internet show. Alright, I am a cheap knockoff of a more successful internet show. I mean, inexpensive ripoff of a more successful internet show. Bootlegweenie is not a ripoff of anything because there has never been anything at all like my show ever in the history of ever. Really. So, at this point you're probably wondering, how can a cheap bobblehead, expensive bobblehead, well, actually, I came from Dollar Tree, so no, I am just a cheap bobblehead. Really cheap bobblehead possibly host a show about Halloween things when he can't even move his arms. Well, prepare to be shocked and amazed by this amazingly shocking reveal of my co-host, Mr. Hand. Alright, get out of here now, Mr. Hand. I don't need you. So, as I was trying to tell you earlier, before these stupid producers, smarty pants producers, interrupted me, this show is clearly a cheap knockoff of a much more successful internet. It is an expensive ripoff of a... It is an homage to a more successful internet show? Are you sure that's not said homage? It does start with an H. It is a completely original work that is here to show you all about Halloween. Now, since those same stupid producers, extremely smarty pants producers, have failed to give me an actual season and are forcing me to cram everything into one episode, I will now have to tell you all about Halloween. Bootlegweenie, Bootlegweenie, Bootlegweenie. So prepare to be shocked and amazed by the amazingly shocking first topic I will talk about. Halloween candy. Now let's see what we managed to scrap together at this incredibly cheap studio. Wow. 2 Hershey's and a Take 5. I am in awe. Wait, Mr. Hand, what are you doing? No! Well, that was a complete failure, just like my entire existence. What? Who writes this stuff anyway? Well, anyway, let's move on to the decorations. Like these ghost candle holders. Although you'd need a really freaking small candle to actually fit in there. Otherwise, it would fall over and cause your entire house to burn down in flames. I didn't say that. Actually, these candles go in a pattern. This one has the ghost finding a pumpkin. And then this one has the ghost wearing wearing the pumpkin. And then this one has the ghost going like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was wearing a pumpkin. What has my life come to? Clearly I should just go jump off of a cliff and end it all, but I can't because I'm a ghost and I'm already dead. He didn't actually say that. Or you could have this Grim Reaper Beanie Baby. Yes, because nothing says Beanie Babies like having a constant reminder of death in the room. You know, I actually kind of dig this one. I am death. No, I am not. I am still just Bootlegweenie. Just to clear that up. Or how about this? A statue of pumpkins with a really big one that actually looks more like a giant carrot. Why would a pumpkin ever look like a carrot? Pumpkins and carrots always look the same because they are both orange vegetables which grow in the dirt. Yeah, that won't confuse anyone watching. It won't. So, that happened. Anyway, when you're celebrating Halloween, there are lots of fun activities for you to do besides looking at all your cheap decorations. And there's nothing better than watching a scary movie. And of course, Bootlegweenie only has the finest quality in scary films. Like the first 4 Leprechaun movies. And Exorcist 2. Don't we have any actually scary films here? Ah, get that abomination out of here! Of course, you could just get a bunch of films that have no more copyright on them together in one incredibly cheap package. This set includes many horror classics, like Metropolis. That's science fiction, you goons! I can't believe anyone would make that mistake! It's unacceptable! I'll kill you all! I'm having an off day. Of course, when Halloweenie is not doing this show, he can be found at the local tavern drinking his problems away with a tall bottle of spooky spider cider. I most certainly do not like drinking that. How was I even drinking that? My mouth doesn't move and you can clearly see there's still a cork on the bottle. It's just a cheap decoration anyway. It's not even an activity. Who wants to drink spiders anyway? That's disgusting. You should be drinking the blood of your victims when you slit your throat. No, you shouldn't. Have Kool-Aid or something. Of course, we can't forget the most important thing of Halloween. Killing people. Getting candy. After you kill people, getting candy after you have not committed any crime whatsoever. And of course, in order to do that, you need a good costume. Which is why Bootlegweenie is here to show you the greatest, biggest, best-selling costume of the new millennium. Some cheap one we found at the last minute at Goodwill. And it wasn't even in the costume section at all. It was in the toy section. What dunderhead does things like that? So prepare to be amazed by Video Game Guy. What is the meaning of this? No, forget it. I'm not going to say that. The costume is clearly Luigi. Video Game Guy. I said I wasn't going to do that. It's clearly Luigi. Video game guy. What, do you really think the company thinks if they just don't put the L on the hat that that's going to save them from copyright infringement? It's clearly Luigi. Video game guy. You know, from the classic Video Game Guy series of video games. Because clearly, if there's no L on his hat, he is definitely not the brother of one of the most successful video game characters ever. Seriously, they couldn't even rip off Mario, they had to rip off Luigi? That's sinking pretty low when you have to rip off the brother of the really successful video game customer. Give me a break. Fun world, more like dumb world. And what should not included? That's what most of the costume is. You mean I just get a couple of accessories I could probably get at a much cheaper price individually? And no shirt whatsoever? I can't believe it. Look, it's a me, Video Game Guy. I am Video Game Guy, and my brother is Mario Video Game Guy. Anyone want to play Video Game Guy's Mansion? Well, like they say in Brooklyn, early to bed, early to catch the worm. Or is it the bagel? That's Mama Video Game Guy to you, I guess. Of course, it's always important at the end of the day for us to look back and find what we learned about the true meaning of Halloween. We have earned absolutely nothing. This was a complete tacky, ripped-off farce that we just quickly filmed at the last minute that has no right being put anywhere. We learned that people are people are people. No, we didn't! Stop trying to force a moral into this. This doesn't even make any sense. I mean, oh, where did it all go wrong? Just look at me. Hey, get that cat off the set! I mean, look at me, I'm an abomination combination of two different bobbleheads that were at the Dollar Tree last year. My name doesn't even make sense. If I was Bootlegweenie, shouldn't I have been reviewing stuff from the bootleg zone? Oh, I'll have to discuss this with the producers. Oh, I think I hear one of them coming now.
All right, listen up, Parker.
J. Jonah Jameson, what are you doing here?
I'm the boss around here, and what I say goes. Now, listen up, Parker.
My name is Bootlegweenie.
That's exactly what I said, Parker. Now, look, I need you to go out and find me pictures of Spider-Man.
Okay. What do you say to that, Mr. Sulu? Oh my. Yeah, those cameos, when completely pointless, have nothing to do with anything, and were just thrown in at the last minute and make absolutely no sense. They have everything to do with everything. They don't really. Oh, great. Now it's my only show, and now I don't even have an ending for it. Wait, Mr. Hand, what are you doing? No!
Bootlegweenie, Bootlegweenie, Bootlegweenie.
And since I am dead, I can take off my head. Oh, I've been dead inside this whole time anyway.